My name is Anderson Heinz. This is my second year as the president of the Tisch Undergraduate Student Council. I ran for the freshman class representative my freshman year. I was in the student council all through high school. I did stuff with the Thespian League all through high school as well, so I was an officer for them. So I knew that I wanted to get involved in student government as soon as possible when I got to NYU. So I applied for the freshman representative position and served as freshman representative for the whole freshman year. And then I served as the senator of Tisch for my sophomore year, which was really fun. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a major in Tisch in the Department of Dramatic Writing with an emphasis in playwriting. I've always really enjoyed being a leader, especially with people that are my peers. I find it really fun to try to bridge the gap between student interests, which is always, I have really varied interests, and especially in a place like Tisch. The first day I came there, I was overwhelmed by how talented everyone was, but also how many different talents everyone had. And so right when I started getting involved with student council, I realized that that's kind of what our role is on campus, is to bring these students together as much as possible and to give them outlets to support them and to meet each other and to have fun with each other. And I just, kind of grew up in the 2 years that I was on student council, freshman year and sophomore year, and then junior year, I felt that who better than I to lead the student council, and it's been a really great year, and hopefully it'll be a great year this upcoming year. So as a student council in Tisch, we oversee and allot funding to all the Tisch clubs, which are, I feel as our student council, in Tisch especially, our job is to foster as much collaboration among students as possible. Because a lot of students that are really talented at different things, but bringing them together, getting them into conversation with each other as much as possible is what our goal is. So the clubs that we have in Tisch, we try to make sure that they are doing that as much as possible, living up to that goal as much as possible, and bringing the best program that they can to the Tisch community. We also have a senator who serves on the University Senate as well as the Student Senators Council, and I, with the senator, serve on the University Committee for Student Life. So we are kind of the voices of Tisch, the actual physical representations of Tisch in those closed university meetings, which, having that responsibility, knowing that we as a senator and as president serving on those bodies, really try to make sure that we have a taste for what Tisch students are wanting on campus and what their interests are. Yeah, I served as senator my sophomore year at NYU, and that was really when the Chick-fil-A discussion was going on. That's when the Senate was actually voting for that, and that's when it was brought to them. So I, as a senator of Tisch, I know how I felt. I knew how strongly I felt on the issue, but I wanted to make sure that when I was speaking at these meetings, and as the representative of the Tisch student body, that I was clued into what the members of my executive board felt and the Tisch students in general. So I really had to make sure that I spoke to everyone on the student council, that they got a taste for how they felt on the issue, and then I, as the senator of Tisch, as the voice of the students, took those opinions and took those concerns to the Senate. So we have a senator in Tisch whose voice is heard just as equally as all the other students that are on that board. So be in contact with us, with your student council, and we want to hear the concerns. I would say that the biggest obstacle, I can't really speak for all of NYU students because I think Tisch students are a little peculiar in and of themselves, but I think the biggest obstacle in Tisch in general is just there's so many people and they're all here to be very successful and they're all very talented, but we just have to bring them together as much as possible and meet them. Looking back, I could have met so many more people that will one day probably be winning Oscars, and I'm sure I'll one day look back and be sad that I didn't know that kid that was sitting next to me in class that won an Academy Award. So I think as a student body and as a student council, we have to bring students together as much as possible and get them into conversation with each other. Describe Bopst in 3 words. Scary, awkward, infrequent. I guess that's not, because I'm very infrequently there, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know, it's scary.